Yup. Welcome back, folks. Another episode here of Artist Pro Live. Welcome. Looking at some of the usual faces to soon join us. It is a Monday, May 15th. I do thank you for joining the stream. If you are not yet submitting your music, you can go ahead using the QR code right there in the left-hand corner. And another way to do it, of course, is to go to theartistpro.com to check out all that we have to offer there. This may be a quick stream if we don't have anyone joining us today. I think I did get a comment or two saying that some people couldn't join us today. And if that's the case, all good. We will move to another day because I am trying to figure out where everyone is. To be real, we're trying to figure out what up. Fashionista. Oh, hold. How do you say that shit? Fashionista. Hopefully I said that right. What up? Good to have you join us here. We are also in waiting for Oliver Blue because I know Oliver Blue submitted some music for us to check out, but I don't want to check out his music with just me and Fashionista. Did I say that right? Fashionista? Hey, actually, it's got a nice ring. Fashionista. Nice. I do actually like that ring. The Impulse. What up, Ruslan? Good to see you back in the stream as well. Now some folks are filing in. I had a bit of a late start to myself because I got commissioned for some music to do for a potential licensing opportunity. So I've been kind of cranking away. I didn't get my usual prep in before the show because I am on a deadline to dial some of these things in. It's the name in Edis. Oh, word. Fashionistas. Edis. Well, either way, submit some music, dude. Let's see what you got. Use the QR code in the top left-hand corner or go to theartistpro.com. Submit a tune for us, submit a question, and you'll get all the feedback from both me and some of the heads that usually join us in the stream. Ruslan, if you got anything that you want to submit, go ahead and do that too. I'm late to my music stream because of my career in music. I'm going to betray you like this. I mean, plus I was sick last week. Right after the stream ended, actually, I started feeling terrible. Dude, I don't know. I mean, I had that stomach virus, and now I picked up like a pretty nasty cold right after that. So I was kind of out of commission, and I usually like to pride myself on my quick turnaround when I do get commissioned for music projects. But I couldn't do. I just simply couldn't do it because I just didn't have it in me, and now I'm playing catch up to at least just submit on a reasonable timetable. But I'm stoked. In fact, if there's nothing else going around at the moment, I could actually play one of those tracks for whoever's left in the stream. And yeah, something is definitely going around. Mine at first was like a stomach virus that, like, right when I got to SF, like my mom had, and when I left, my brother had it. Me and my fiance had it. But then I went to a wedding last weekend rather, and weddings are usually a cesspool for disease because everyone's hugging and kissing and everyone's around, so it's kind of bound to happen. But let's see if this might be a relatively chill stream, a relatively quick one too. I don't want to play people's music when they're not here so they don't get that feedback, you know what I mean? But if there is some stuff to check out, I'm going to refresh the type form real quick. Oh, hell yeah. Fashionistas. Fuck, man. Fashionista, I'm just going to put here. Did submit some tunes. So why don't we kind of pull that up and get us going here on the stream for some feedback. Let's see what we got. Let's pull them up over here. I'm kind of curious to see this one. I'm actually very curious to see this one. Oh, from Hanover, Germany. Hell yeah. Let's see what we got here. Do you have a specific song, however? So right now, actually, let's see what we got here. The track is called The Future. I don't see that actual track. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I found it. You linked me to your SoundCloud, but I found the track itself. Why don't we just kind of get going right out the gate? Let's do it. Okay, the track is called The Future. I asked to describe the project in 2 words. The futuristic own genre. Okay, word. I said, can you tell us anything about it? He says, it's very unique. Well, it's quite the introduction. Let's pull it up. Let's pull up Fashionese, the future. Where's the future? There it is. Okay. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's check out the future from Fashionistas.
At Ralph's, we know the minute a tomato is picked, the fresh timer starts. The sooner we get our produce to you, the fresher.
Well, interesting. Obviously, I see what you mean from the whole unique thing here. Couple quick thoughts. This seems like something, it's funny. It seems like something that would be good for like a trailer. Another friend of mine works on a lot of trailer music, and sometimes he's commissioned to make music with really bizarre instruments or really unsettling feelings, that sort of thing. And something about when that first, I don't know what it even is actually. It's like an ARP or something like that. It definitely felt like something that would be out of a trailer, right? Especially a trailer for like an M. Night Shyamalan movie or something like that. Something creepy, something that's meant to make us feel uneasy. I mean, the rhythm obviously is interesting. But yeah, right when we get that one moment right here. Can't you see people just kind of running away, like running from something, running from some unknown? It's almost like, I think it's funny if I bet you if you put this song like underneath, like say a trailer for that movie Up or not Up, is it Up? Or no, Nope, that movie Nope. And you just kind of let the song play on top of it, no dialogue, no nothing. I bet you it'd work. I bet you it'd work. You guys are saying there's some crackling happening. All the stream is normal. I'm full bars right now on the stream health. Everything looks good on my end. Hopefully you guys don't hear it. Maybe it might be due to the mix here. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a very loud noise here. It is very noisy. It's interesting. It's got like this little Middle Eastern kind of flavor to it. Is that a sample? What is that, dude? Tell us what that's all about, because it's definitely unique. I mean, you weren't lying. It's definitely unique. Let's check out what else you got online. Check out your gram and whatnot. So I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Why is everything logged out? What the hell? Here, I'm gonna quickly log back in, and I'm gonna pull up your gram just to kind of see what you got cooking. All right, creator of the genre Futuretronic. Interesting. Oh, he's got a making of video. What the hell? Send us that. Let's go. Let's see what you got. Support by Axel Yuki, Austin Kramer. Austin Kramer. Is that the Spotify dude? Let's see what you got.
Futuretronic. First you pick a random sound and put it into the sampler in textures mode. Then you play around with the speed and grain knob, adjusting the pitch. The leads mostly are written in 16th notes, and in other examples can be chords. When the notes are written into the piano roll, we start to layer the patterns. We got this layer. This. Off we go to the drums. The first 808. Here comes the second. First kick. and the second kick.
Multiple kicks.
Let's run it back.
That's next level, dude. It's definitely got a unique kind of flair to it. And it's definitely, I also do appreciate that you have or it looks like you're starting to build a little world here. I see with the robot analogy, I see what's coming out on, the voice over that you're kind of doing. I think what's interesting is that, okay, Futuretronic, that's so interesting because isn't the future kind of a fleeting thing? Like the future today is not the future in 2 years from now. So I feel like the future thing I feel like can always be implied. Look, as a marketing professional too, I don't know if you've tuned into the stream before, Fashionista Status, or you've kind of looked me up or whatever I do. I have a music marketing background, and just from a marketing standpoint, I try to avoid words like future because it is actually these days it's kind of subjective and it's fleeting. The future is not, it's always a moving target. So while you do have like the robot voice going on, and you definitely have this like, I don't know, this like robot meets human kind of approach, which by the way, I kind of do dig. I kind of do dig this whole, like this music style it sounds like something the voice, I'm so glad we pulled up this video. It sounds like something that voice would enjoy. Like it sounds like this almost half human, half, robot, or like an AI that's kind of like turned sentient. That sounds like music they would listen to. You are creating a very interesting world based on just the sound design alone from everything that we've kind of explored. But I would not lean on the whole Futuretronic thing or the word future. There's what you're kind of describing is almost kind of the present. I mean, we're here. We're in the AI era, or I should call it rather the advanced AI era. The metaverse is come and gone, although it's starting to develop a bit further now. Like we're here now. We're already here. So I feel like if you lean on the Futuretronic thing, it kind of puts you in this just, I don't know, it's kind of narrow, kind of hollow box because I feel like there is more depth here that you haven't really pulled out yet. Plus, it looks like it's a new project, only 42 followers. It sounds like you're still kind of figuring out what the core essence of the brand is. But I will applaud the fact that you've gone bold. I think that's the best thing I can say about your music and your style and your vision here is that you've gone bold and you've leaned into it, and you're not afraid to kind of really take a stance that you're way the fuck over here. And I do appreciate that, actually. Now, the question comes down to like what your goals are. Like I said, like some of this music, you realize, of course, like it's for sure. I've only heard one song. In fact, you know what? Since you're here, I can pull up another song. Why don't you if you're in the chat, put up another song you want me to pull up on your SoundCloud. I do have your SoundCloud still pulled up over here. So let me know if there's another song you want us to pull up to get a little bit more variety and taste from you. Because I do want to kind of see what your goals might be here. If you're going for pure, like, laid back listening, it ain't happening from the first song we just heard, dude. Like I said, it sounds a little more specialized. It sounds like, and again, it sounds like something very licensable. Here we go. Omega Bell. Let's pull this one up. Let's pull it up. Omega Bell. I'll pull it up on your SoundCloud here. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, I found it. All right, let's see what we got here. We're doing a live case study on you, dude. Let's pull it up. Thank you for being cool and letting us dive into you. again, another very interesting one. I did sense a common thread here. Your patterns, your rhythm patterns. I mean, just again from just two songs we've heard, are at least I'm already sensing a consistency. Therefore, I'm sensing a style. I will also say both these songs sound like proof of concept. They don't sound like full songs per se or full movements. But again, I don't know what you're going for, right? If you're going for songs that people can sing back and be memorable, obviously these are not that. But there might be something here. Again, I don't know where you're coming from or where you want to go, but that also creates some intrigue. That creates some mystery as to like what you're making and why you're making it. And I'm wondering if there is an opportunity to start bringing in more quote unquote traditional layers on top of what you're doing. For instance, like what would happen if you threw a rapper on that? What would happen if you threw a singer on some of that? What would happen if we saw like a live performance of that kind of style somehow? At the very least, you have like a danceable kind of rhythm, right? Obviously, that's something that people can bob their head to and they can kind of feel a rhythm in play. But your most interesting quality here clearly is the sound design that you're kind of going for here. And it's the sound design. It's like the stressful, and I mean that in a good way, but like a musical, stressful, robotic, very electronic, highly processed sound. But it looks like you're also kind of building a personality around that. And I feel like while the music could be dialed in, obviously, from what you're showing us, the second half is like, okay, well, let's see the personality attached to this. And you've already kind of begun to plant the seeds here. If we're going to pull up your gram one more time, throw it back up over here. Make sure that's showing. Yeah, cool. Let's see what other content you have to support. Let's see what you got. Yeah, it's definitely heavy as fuck. It's so funny. It's like the music is unpolished, but that's what kind of gives it an edge, I will say. Yeah, you got a style, dude. It's definitely let's do some drugs music for sure. But hey, that could be your fucking thing. DJ just spin it back. It's insane. I would actually really, yeah, it looks like, I don't know how you got some of the support or if they're relationships or whatever, but I would definitely consider trying to surround yourself with other people who make this kind of stuff or appreciate this kind of stuff and start collabing, dude. I feel like, I mean, even from what you've just kind of laid down here, you've already kind of established a style, very high tempo, very high energy, very synthesized. I'm wondering now if it makes sense for you to start collabing with people who either you can do remixes for that are very, very hard and aggressive, or hit up different labels. In fact, a label that you might be into, or that might even be into you. Yeah, check this one out. Fixed, Fixt. I don't know if you know these dudes or not. Yeah, this is not an EDM label per se. They do all kinds of live electronic and just electronic stuff. Check these guys out if it's a fit for you or not. I'm also happy to send them your music. They are some recent friends of mine too. It could be a good look. Could be a good fit. If anything, I already know they will probably, well, they'll probably ask for more music from you. But check them out. Shoot me a DM. Go ahead and follow me on the gram. I'll just quickly put my name here for you to hit me up. Yeah, just go ahead and shoot me a DM on the gram there if you're interested. Could be a good look at the very least, getting you involved in other people's productions, not necessarily releasing your own per se, but I think it could be something cool for you. But check them out; they're a pretty dope label. Word up, dude. Well, thank you for submitting your stuff. Hopefully, you come back, check out our stream, tell a homie or two. We do a lot of good stuff here on the stream every single Monday. Oliver Blue is not here today, so I will hold from playing his track, but I know the impulse is here. So I'm going to pull up his track and throw that bad boy up on here. Symbiosis. I've always loved that word. You ever hear a cat fight outside a Williamsburg apartment and think, man, what are those mangly animals up to? He says. Well, this actually sounds like your in-laws screaming at you through the phone that they're lost while they are currently going through a tunnel with the windows down. Jesus Christ. Anything about this song? Just a little digital groove that I was having fun with a few years back. Not sure if I want to keep it instrumental or add vocals, but I enjoyed the groove enough to keep it in my listen to this for later catalog. Okay, cool. I'm excited to hear it. Well, this is Symbiosis from The Impulse, who's currently in the stream right now. Let's check it out. And yeah, it sounds like dog poop. Me neither. I think we're just gonna wrap it after this track. I mean, I can give you some real-time feedback too. So right off the bat, from all the other stuff that I've heard from you, you do have this thing where I can tell how you make music, just the way you lay out your stuff, dude. Because I used to do the same kind of shit. You definitely layer different things as they progress, but I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but the one opportunity I think you have is to continually manipulate those layers as you go. Like right now, like all your synths on the ARPs are at full, like the filters are completely open, but if there's anything else you can do to maybe open and close them as they come so they can kind of tell a story, build some tension and release. If there's any other layering you can do as you remove and bring back different pieces in different stacks, that's always an opportunity too. Because your music is progressive, and it's progressive in a linear stacked way, which again is exactly how I used to make. When you first met me, dude, that's how I made music. Just kind of taking the blocks and stacking them as you go. Which, I still do to a slight degree today, these days, sort of. But I do that only in the writing phase. And then as I'm writing, I'll already kind of hear, what I want to do, and I'll quickly start removing things. And then I'll start writing things in sectionals. So I might progress an idea for 16 bars and then go to another area and write something completely different, and then try to find ways to bridge those two sections. And you can still do that by layering stuff the way you kind of layer them, but there's definitely an opportunity to make things a bit more your storytelling is very this then that then this then that, but I feel there's a more eloquent way to kind of ebb and flow and weave new ideas in and out of your concepts. And that could, call and response. You can introduce a melody in the first 30 seconds and then bring it back at the final 2 minutes, but this time it's like bigger and different. There's just more layers, because what you have here is an emotional vibe. Like, all your tracks have a vibe, which, by the way, it usually means you're honing in on a sound, which is the hardest fucking thing to do. But you're there. But you're actually there. I just feel like there's more advanced ways of this sounds like you've reached the ceiling of this style of production. That's the best thing I can say. And only because I've been there too. I've been in the exact same position, dude. You've hit the ceiling of this style. I feel now it would benefit either taking the class or some YouTube tutorials about some advanced, DAW production use and advanced songwriting, because I feel like you've clearly hit the ceiling of this style. Which again is fine. It means you got the right bones. It means you got the right roots. It means you have the right instinctual know-how. But I feel like there's a huge opportunity for you to make stuff a bit more dynamically interesting. But at the very least, I applaud the fact that you're honing in on a sound, dude. I really do appreciate that. Fashionista status. All right, word. Yeah, dude. Send me that DM right on. I'll hit you back. Good stuff. Either way. I'll go ahead and share my. Actually, no, there's no point of sharing my track because the stream sucks. But we'll try again next week. I'll try to restart everything. Maybe because literally before I started the stream, I was working on my own. Went to shit, maybe. I don't know why it started doing the crackly audio thing, but we will figure it out. In the meantime, Ruslan, thanks for your submission, dude. I will check you all out next week. If you're watching this on the rewind, come back next week when we got a bit more folks in the building. I will have some more stuff ready to go too. And yeah, we will reconvene next week. Till then, Ruslan, especially you. Be well, stay safe. I'll check y'all out on the next stream, and enjoy the week ahead. Peace out.